There we go. Man 20. Dolphins game. Advanced settings. Playbook. And now to week 7. The Miami Dolphins. Stay undefeated. Brick wall. Not gonna happen. Happen, not happen. It's gonna taste like water.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a man on his 8th NFL team, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and the Miami Dolphins, as they match up with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, it's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
No, they don't. Let's do this.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bills being led out by their quarterback, the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. And, of course, the Bills, they've been looking for a franchise quarterback for a number of years, and now they think they have their guy. He certainly had his moments as a rookie, including an impressive win in Minnesota in his second NFL start.
Hey, Echo. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Guys, it's game.
Allen now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Go, go.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Let's go, D.
From the 29, Allen. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. They will run with Singletary. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big...
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right, got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks, had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Play 20. Hey, coach.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Play action now, Fitzpatrick. And his throw here's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
180.
First down.
58. Come on. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. They're complete. This is Albert Wilson. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
180.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete here.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Fitzpatrick. He sets to fire deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Hooked off by Grady Williams, the rookie from LSU. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On second down now, Singletary. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
To the air, Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. On the draw, it's Pollard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the gun, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. Touchdown, Buffalo! One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Woo.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On second down, Laird, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Collins on the handoff. And an alley to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On play action, Fitzpatrick. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down.
I need to put a different wide receiver back here, and I'm going to put Foster. Foster. It's Australian for bear. Actually, why don't I put Greedy Williams back there? Yeah. Greedy, yeah. I'm waiting for him.
And figure a way to fix it.
Back there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep left side. And that's inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 77 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They go play action. Fitzpatrick going deep here for Parker. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Collins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Allen now at 200 yards already in this 1st half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10.
Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Kill.
And here's Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Hey, Delta. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's gonna get.
On 2nd and 9. Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, this
What's
is
going
not,
on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Stop short of the goal line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Stop short of the goal line.
Half 85.
Brings up 4th and
Bravo.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Blitz coming, and down he goes. No, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Now a short one to Gesicki, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Fitzpatrick. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
52 and 56. 52 and 56. Check 24. Check 24.
On 1st down, Laird. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick caught the tight end Walford. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Fitzpatrick now. And Wilson has it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fitzpatrick throwing complete and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
We got this.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
From the 31, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
56, 56. Gun. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, keep it up. 55's Mike, guys. 55, go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. First down, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. On 3rd down, this is Collins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half, as they come up 1st and 10.
5 wide. Half 10. No, check that. Yes!
Allen now, operating from the gun. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6.
Allen gonna throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. The Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, has a touchdown pass. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head one state over to check on the Indianapolis Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll run on first down. Laird, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Collins. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Collins. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
My God.
Picked off at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, high 7.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And that's complete to Brown. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And that's caught inside the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yes.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick gonna look deep for Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They go right back to Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
He's crashing.
Hey, home.
From the gun, Allen. He may try and run for this. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first.
No, saying you're done. You had 20 fucking rushes already and did shit with it. I passed, Tyler.
Goal. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for two. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Crap.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And again, it's Collins. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Stiff-armed him. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen forced out to his left. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick, and he finds Parker here, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. And Fitzpatrick with a completion there, and of course he's a journeyman, but the people in Buffalo know him because one of his stops on his journey was here as a starter for the Bills from 2009 to 2012. Buffalo was 20-33 in those starts before he would ship off to Tennessee in 2013. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He completes it to Wilson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. Caught by Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down now, Laird. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 3rd down, Laird. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Alpha.
Allen now looks to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Allen throwing on 3rd and long. And that's complete to Croft. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
56.
Now 3rd
Hey,
and
shoot.
5.
From midfield, here's Allen. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. First down, it hurts you psychologically.
On play action, Allen dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Allen. Escapes, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
On 1st down, Allen. He's going to take off with it. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Whoa, no!
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Fitzpatrick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So after the INT, it's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Round 80!
Check 52 to Mike. You go night-night.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
52. Watch 52. 52's the Mike.
Here's Pollard again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the Dolphins are going to recover.
I got one play.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
See what I did.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly.